Hello, Taurus, and welcome to the sacred space. I'm Adriana, and I can't wait to go on a journey with you through the tarot cards to uncover your spiritual message and your spiritual focus for your journey this week. So let's get started. We have the lovely Ace of Pentacles. This is the energy that the universe sends you. This is a big blessing, Taurus. We have wrapped up the culmination of a cycle or the culmination of an era. It's like the end of an era here. And this is the new beginning. The bear is just coming out of hibernation. She's just waking up. And I feel like, Taurus, this is also talking about a new power within you that is starting to wake up. It's starting to kind of sniff the air and want to come out. And this is perfect. We're heading up to the spring equinox. I think the bears are probably out already, but the idea is that there's this energy, this nurturing kind of great mother kind of energy that's coming out for you. And it's showing up to nurture this power that is just starting to stir in you. So this is really good, positive information for your next steps. Let's see how you respond. I'm laughing. Oh, Taurus, we never make anything easy, do we? You're responding with the Five of Wands. And so there's still a little bit of fighting. There is still a bit of struggle within yourself, and you may see that internal struggle reflected in your interactions or your dealings with others. So this internal struggle is almost, it's not a denial of this power. It's just that it doesn't want to be touched right now. So you know you have this power. You know you can feel this stirring, but you're doing everything you can to distract yourself from that power fully emerging and fully coming out. And the thing is you're aware of these little struggles that you find yourself in, these skirmishes. They might be verbal skirmishes. They might be just little angsty moments within you, just things that are kind of like, what, why am I here? You're well aware of these. You're well aware of the fact that they're not really you. You're not even really attached to any of the angst or the kind of pushing away that you're doing, but you are repeating that action a few times, many times, okay? So keep these two things in mind. This is the reality. This is the way you're responding to it. This energy here is not aligned with this. Let's keep uncovering your message. We've got the Three of Swords. Wow. Tower. And the Queen of Swords. Okay. So, our Queen of Swords energy is asking for grace under pressure. It's asking for higher mind. It's asking for unequivocal connection to your higher self at all times. If you call it your inner guidance, that's fine. If you call it your guides, that's fine. If you call it source, that's fine. It doesn't matter what you call it, but your true north, your true self, that higher octave of you that never steers you wrong, this is asking for unequivocal connection to that energy, this Queen of Swords energy. It is imperative that you stay there, because look what we have. We've got the Tower, which is the breaking down of something old, and we've got the Three of Swords, return of an old heartache. Remember, we were here talking about the culmination, talking about the new beginning, talking about everything starting to open up for you. In order to stay afloat in these very heavy and it's chaotic, but it's just challenging. It's just very challenging, heavy energy. This Tower is asking you to break things apart, and it's also witnessing things breaking apart with others. There's a distance to this Tower. You see, we're kind of looking at it from far away. It's not that we're in the Tower, so we're watching it fall apart. You're watching things disintegrate that you thought maybe were in place. This Tower is talking about old systems, old relationships, old ways of being that just aren't valid anymore. And this light that comes through is a relief because it breaks it apart. When we are stuck in places where it doesn't serve us anymore, our higher self in the universe conspire to shed light on it, to break it apart, to illuminate the darkness of what's keeping us trapped. What is keeping you trapped here? Three of Swords. Any type of thought that wounds you, any type of thought that reminds you of old wounds, any type of thought that takes some lemon juice and pours it into those old wounds. You don't need those. It's an old wound, and old wounds are meant to heal. They're not meant for us to keep ripping open all the time. When we have this repeated betrayal here and these repeated knots in the woods. I actually really love this card because it talks about the opportunity for growth. It talks about the opportunity for healing. And without some kind of pain, we just don't grow. It's kind of a nasty reality of being human on the earth plane, but having a soul that's connected to the other side. We don't learn, we don't change unless something is painful. And this whole situation is triggering old pains. It's bringing old pains up. In fact, that's part of the struggle that we talked about here. But you have something new at your disposal now. It's funny because even before we drew this card, I talked about the great mother energy. Here's a strong woman, mother figure. She's not the most nurturing. She's not the most kind because she's willing to say things as they are. She's willing to just call a spade a spade. She's not going to sugarcoat anything. She's not that very soft kind of milk tooth mother. She's the tough love kind of mother. So your inner tough love mother shows up because she's telling you, it's done. You're done with this wound. You don't have to keep reopening this wound anymore. And if you can stay apart from your wound, you're going to be able to see with much more clarity what's actually going on around you because you're not filtering it through the lens of your own wound. And that is really important because when you're looking at things through your own wound, it becomes all about you. And everything is either done to hurt you or help you. And the situation may not have anything to do with you, Taurus. It may not have to do with you at all. And it's no good taking it personally because then it skews you onto a more negative place. And instead of enjoying the awakening of this power, you're again running circles with yourself. So this is really a big message, Taurus, because you are on the brink of something completely new. You're on the brink of a higher octave of your natural power and your natural talent. This is the moment where you have to choose whether you're going to continue with this bear or you're going to continue with the wound. Okay? So, goodness gracious, that was a big one, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me again. I do these readings every week, and thank you for the opportunity to read for you. I'd love to see you again next week, so please subscribe if you haven't already. If you are searching for some one-on-one guidance more than what was in this video, please check out my website, trueguidancetarot.com. Excellent and awesome offerings on there. Appreciate you very much, and I look forward to seeing you next week.